Now, I often get accused of being a Harley hater. Nothing could be further from the truth. I love the bikes and used to own one. I don't love the direction that Harley Corporate is taking with trying to make the Moco into a high-end boutique brand for the top 3 to 4%. But hey, this is a business model that does produce short-term gains for shareholders, which is why so many corporations go this route. And Harley-Davidson has made an effort to modernize their lineup recently with the Revolution Max bikes, which are competitive performance-wise with other brands. But the most difficult job Harley engineers have is combining the classic Harley-Davidson look and feel with modern-day emissions and performance standards. And with the release of the 2 new CVO models, you might say they managed to hit that sweet spot of modern tech and retro nostalgia. Are these the best baggers on the planet? Here's a bombshell. Yeah, probably. Stay tuned for the details, and as always, if you're enjoying the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like the video, and share it with friends. One of the problems that Harley CVOs have had in the past was that they were the most expensive baggers on the market but weren't the best, which left their riders with the embarrassing admission that they had overpaid for a pretty fit and finish, name and image. Indian, BMW and Honda arguably had better performing and outfitted bikes with more tech for way less money. And that's a tough pill to swallow, because if you're dishing out this kind of dough, you want to feel like you're riding the best product. Ducati and Ferrari are premium brands too, but they back up the image with performance. So with their new CVOs, Harley was forced to build a product which had better fit and finish than the competition, something they'd always achieved in the past, but was also competitive in terms of power and technology, an area where Harley had always lagged behind. And I dare say they did it. Credit where credit is due, these are probably the nicest baggers offered by any manufacturer on the planet. Here are the details. Looks are in the eye of the beholder, but to me they got the styling right on both bikes. The fairings are sleeker than the originals. They are also more aerodynamic, producing less drag, which improves fuel economy, and they also reduce head buffeting according to Harley. The lighting is expanded to the size of the fairing in order to illuminate the sides of the road better. Their appearance at night is unmistakable. No other lights look like these, and it works for me. It looks high-end. Colors are dark platinum and whiskey neat raven, basically orange and black. As always with Harley, the paint is lustrous, the best in the industry. I can pretty comfortably say that these are great looking baggers, from the paint to the wheels to the fit and finish to the lights. I've heard complaints that the Street Glide looks like an Indian chieftain, which is somewhat true, but not necessarily a disadvantage. In my opinion, the platinum colored Street Glide CVO is the best looking bagger on the market. Moving on to the engine, we have the biggest production mill Harley has ever released. It's a 121 cubic inch variable valve timing V-twin, which according to Harley is rated at 115 horsepower and a whopping 139.4 pound-feet of torque. It's not the most powerful engine in the class, but is competitive with the top motors. Also, according to Harley-Davidson, the motor is more efficient than the current Milwaukee 8. With air cooling and cylinders of this size, VVT is a great way of maximizing power delivery while minimizing emissions by varying valve timing at different RPM. Finally, there are 3 rider modes: Touring, Cruise, and Sport. So in terms of engine performance, Harley is finally competitive with the best. Several efforts have been made to improve the bike's handling, as this was another area where the models lagged behind the competition. These new models are set to weigh 30 to 35 pounds less than previous ones. Suspension is improved with inverted forks and rear shocks which have 50% more travel than previous models. Will these changes make the Harleys as sharp handling as the Indian Challenger? We'll have to wait until the bike is tested to find out that information, but they should be much improved over last year's CVOs. Another area of improvement is the brakes, as both bikes are running radial mount Brembos. The braking is linked and lean sensitive, as is the traction control. This technology is a little late, but now brings Harley level with the competition. Other new tech includes an industry record enormous 12.3-inch TFT touchscreen, which is supposed to work in rain or whether or not you are wearing gloves. Some riders will miss the old analog display, and opinions on this will be mixed. However, the nav map will be huge, which is nice to have. Of course, the audio is a premium Rockford unit, which is supposed to be really loud and have good sound quality. which it better at this price. Both the Road and Street Glide have a $43,000 US MSRP, and Harley dealers will sell it for not a penny more.
You serious?
No, I'm not serious. Curiously, in Canada, the Street Glide costs $52,400 and the Road Glide $54,300. So what, is the exchange rate different for frame-mounted fairings? Whatever, if you need to ask the price, you can't afford it. So are these bikes worth it? After all, you can get less expensive Harleys, Indians, BMWs, etc., etc. That depends. If you're a regular person, you'd be nuts to pay this much for a motorcycle. On the other hand, if you're one of the fortunate few who don't need to think of price when shopping, then you've found your bike. Harley has traditionally done two things better than the competition: sound and fit and finish. With these bikes, you can now add engine performance, electronics, and overall looks to the things the company does competitively, albeit at a stratospheric price. So I'm not running out to buy one of these anytime soon. But if I had an extra 60 Gs hanging around that I didn't need to invest or do something smart with, I'd get the Street Glide in platinum. The orange is a bit loud. If money is no object, why not have the best? And for the other 99% of us who wouldn't liquidate a big chunk of our life savings for a shiny toy, we can look forward to these new fairings, lights, and powertrains eventually trickling down to the less expensive models. So what do you think of these new wonder bikes? Getting one or dream on? Please share your thoughts in the comments below and ride safe.